Yeah. Yeah, it always works 10 minutes later. Anyways, that's the intro. 10 minutes ago was not 10 minutes later, and we're very late because Silver family illness. Uh, so Silver had to relocate his entire ass um,
All of
to.
it, from top to bottom.
Yeah, from top to bottom and side to side.
Both cheeks.
Both cheeks to a different
Yeah.
location. Which isn't his fault, but we're still frustrated. But we get to play D&D. So, last we left off, the Tidebringers had returned from the elemental plane of air, um, returned victorious with their temporary companion and sort of aide, Theodrata Fairfoot, who had helped them in their goal to obtain some Wistine ingots for Jin's purpose of creating a true planar weapon. And in the meantime, they helped lead a slave revolt that, ended one of the Jin slavers of the elemental plane of air and set a bunch of people free. So, wins all around. Until they got back, and their good friend, the ruthless businessman Varkin, was waiting outside the door, waiting for his cut of the Wistine. After a brief spell of, man, how do we get away from this guy, you agreed to sit down and talk, and he spoke reasonably and calmly, and was helpful. He provided Eterna with some more information about the Shadow Walkers that he had mentioned before, and had said that they would likely reach out to her at some point if she remained in the city, or at some point even if she didn't, but it might take longer. And Eterna had exchanged the two fake Wistine ingots. Wistine poured over a glass ingot to resemble the sort of cloudy transparency of the material. But with Varkin none the wiser as to the validity of the ingots, the deal was completed. And so, after the Tidebringers had spent the night slumber partying in Theodrata Fairfoot's little homely gnomish cottage in the middle of this smallish city, you wake up to the smell of bacon. Eggs, toast, pancakes.
Waffle?
No waffles.
No syrup.
Fuck this shit.
No butter.
Yo, fuck this shit.
You do smell warm syrup.
My disappointments are immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
So, as we step into the world of Lavinia, the world is yours. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna get some fucking breakfast.
Yeah, I want to get everything except for pancakes.
Jin, are you going to actively complain to Theodrata about the absence of waffles?
I will. I'll put it in a passive-aggressive manner, like, oh, you know what? I would much rather have waffles, but thank you for the offer.
She kind of nods to herself, and then just kind of flicks a finger at one of the pancakes, and it changes into the shape of a waffle.
Guys, my day is now amazing.
What's the point of knowing magic if you can't have waffles when you want waffles?
True.
So, what's the plan? It was nice having company, but would rather not do it again. Not another night, if that's alright.
Yeah. I honestly feel like the faster we get out of here, the safer we are, because the whole yeah.
Right.
Yeah, before he figures it out.
I'm sure he'll be angry with me about that if you're not around to be angry at, but, well, I've dealt with his anger before, I can do it again.
I'm about to say, you seem like you could hold your own whenever we put a bolt through your door.
Yeah, I should probably bill you for that, honestly.
Casually cast mending on the door.
I can fix it myself. I won't bill you much. 20 gold for the repairs. It'll take a solid evening of work to get it back to the detail that it was before.
I guess it was mine, yes. I guess I'll pay for it.
Poyo just casually starts putting coins back in his coin pouch. Alright, well, with that inconvenience taken care of, if you're leaving, I would offer you food, but I would assume the ship is already stocked up. The ship that you came in on, right?
It should be anyways.
Yeah. We don't get too many ships of that particular style? I'm not sure it can be called a style. Here, so it was decently easy to keep track of.
So I guess after we leave breakfast, does anyone else have errands they want to run in town? I know I want to put a note at the post office. Or a quill.
I don't think
Nothing.
there's anything else here.
Oh, I do want to buy more rations.
That might be a good idea. So, anyone other than Eterna doing things in town before you guys leave? If you guys are, I suppose I should ask. You guys are leaving today. You're not spending another night in town.
I personally don't want to.
Yeah, we should.
All right.
Alan,
Same here.
From what I've seen, has there been like a magic shop, like the one like Blazes or anything like that?
Certainly not anything as fancy or high end as the Mithril Miracles, but there are. You've seen a couple of potion vendors that would likely have at least some magical potions, basic healing potions, maybe.
But nothing
And you did notice this would have caught your eye specifically, Jin, and I think Ruben as well. I think Ruben, you would have seen this on your way to the bar to outdrink everyone.
My headset cut out. I didn't hear anything.
So Jordan asked about like any kind of magical item shops. So I was saying you probably have seen a couple of potion vendors that would have like basic healing potions. Nothing too complex, just like small town stuff. One thing that did catch your eyes, though, and I'll say Jin and Ruben, you guys would have been the ones to see it. you saw it was labeled the Spineweaver's Supplies, and it had on the sign, and it had what seemed to be like a long coiled snake skeleton like wrapped around the sign. You're not sure if it's an actual snake skeleton or if it's just a piece of art. But either way, it seemed to be some form of weapons shop. You're not sure if it's magical or not, but it seems the type of thing that's fancy enough that it might be worth looking into if you're looking for any kind of magic items.
So let's go in.
Sure.
We'll make our way over there. 'Cause
Okay.
There is one thing I'm looking for specifically, and I'm not sure if they're gonna have it.
Alright. You step in to this kind of dimly lit, smoky, smelly store isn't necessarily the right word. It's closer to a workspace with a handful of displays. You immediately identify the source of the smell is a tanning rack in one corner of the room that's like half hidden behind a screen. And as you step in, you feel the uncomfortable sort of crawling up your spine of eyes watching you. And you look around, the ceiling is entirely covered in taxidermied heads of various animals. Displacer beasts, Sahuagin,
I
Kuto.
hate this.
There is
God.
just the entire
I
ceiling
wanna
is
leave.
strange creatures, skulls, legs, bodies
Hey,
in
Jin.
perfect preservation.
Yeah.
You know what? I just remembered I forgot my money in my other pants, and I'm gonna walk
Don't
outside
worry.
the door.
I'm gonna grab Ruben's hand. I have one question to ask. Please do not leave me here alone.
Oh God, why do I keep putting myself into these situations?
Wait, are they alone or is the whole party with them?
The whole party can be there if they want to be. I said you two would have seen it, but anyone can be there if you'd like.
Are you just like holding his hand now, Jordan?
I'm like grabbing your arm, just like, please don't leave me here alone.
Alright, okay.
Y'all want
Listen.
Tana there to like counteract the creepy?
You know what? Yes, please. Please
Okay.
come into this room.
I'll say Poyo's there too. And in classic Poyo fashion, he looks up, points to one of them, and says, "Hey, I recognize that guy. He was a dick."
Oh. What was his name?
Jeremy.
Sucks to be Jeremy.
You see, I don't know if this is worse or better than the weird cat lady that tried to kidnap.
Oh, I assure you, everything in here is of the finest quality.
If it's
Oh.
the cat lady, I will kill her. I
No,
swear to God.
you look up, and this is a elderly dwarf. The only reason you can tell that this dwarf is female is that she's well endowed. Long ass beard, all the way to the floor. Long dreadlocks, heavy set brow, dark brown eyes, and kind of like a permanent scowl that unfortunately emphasizes a really bad snaggletooth. As she stands up, kind of stretches her arms above her head, looks over to you guys. Lingrade Spineweaver, what can we do you for?
So, what is it here you sell exactly? Hides, I assume?
Anything that can be made out of bones, skins, woods. anything from clothing to armor. I have a good few bone hatchets.
Are these normal, average,
Well,
equipment,
nothing in
or
here
is
is
there-
average.
Okay. Any of these magical, perhaps?
There is magic to be had here.
Could you do the pointing of a round to see the magic items, so we can have a gander?
No, what sort of thing are you looking for?
I don't know, man. I get hit a lot and very often. I want something to help me, I don't know, stay protected or something.
So
Some form of defense.
Something that's good with defense, but I want to have mobility over everything else.
Right. Well, I can definitely offer you an upgrade to the armor you're currently wearing, even without including any magic. I have, and you see Lingrade gestures over to one of the stands, has a set of, it almost appears to be, it's a leathery substance, a leathery armor, hard leather plates that are reinforced in places with various bits of bone and hard chitin, even barnacles in several places, that just, you can tell by looking at it that you'd have the same range of motion, and all of these hard pieces are like tied down well enough and padded well enough that it wouldn't make any additional noise, but it covers a large enough area that it would absolutely help deflect some other attacks. This would be studded leather armor, which would be an additional +1 to your AC.
Nice.
If you're looking for magic, though, and Lingrade kind of looks pointedly at Eterna, let me check on something. She just kind of hobbles over. She has a noticeable limp. She seems to be favoring her right leg as she kind of hobbles back behind a small counter. And you hear the rustling of notes and such.
Can we leave yet?
If you would like to wait outside, you can. Unless you want to look at what this nice person has here to offer.
I'm just-
Why do you keep this headphones?
Ah, I
Yeah.
see. As far as defensive magic, the best I can offer you right now is I have a small potion here brewed from boar tusk and a bit of chimera teeth that I will give you a temporary boost to your ability to dodge. The side effects include rashes, hardening of the skin, lots of calluses, but all of those vanish within about a day or so. The defensive additive should last probably about an hour or two.
Right.
If you come back later today, perhaps I might have something else to show you.
Do you not have it available right now?
items prefer not to see the light of day.
Why do I feel like it's another cursed item?
But this store is open till midnight. So, if the potion or the armor does not satisfy, I suppose I'll see you then.
Alan, I don't know if this has happened for anyone else, but like you're kind of like chopping a bit. So like I'm not getting like full sentences.
Okay. Some items prefer not to see the light of day. ... This store is open to midnight, so I suppose if the armor or the potion doesn't satisfy, I will see you then.
Okay. Because like it's just like chopping off like the last little bit whenever you were like doing the voice.
Using the voice.
Yeah, like it
Use the voice, Luke.
Well, I moved my microphone a little bit closer to my mouth, so hopefully that'll help a little bit.
a little bit more ASMR.
A little bit more ASMR.
ASMR.
Ass is grass.
And you're my ass grass. Or ass grass, man.
What? I don't want to be your ass grass, Jordan.
Jordan, can I grass your ass, Mr. Lawnmower Man?
You know it. Alright, you know what? I think I'll take that armor right there. How does 35 sound?
35. I suppose that's acceptable.
Great.
You can see her hands are like heavily calloused, and as she like reaches out with her right hand to take the coins from you, you see her fourth and fifth finger are each missing the last knuckle. As she takes the coins from you. You're free to take it if you need. I can make alterations if necessary. Slides the coins into a pouch behind the counter. And any thoughts on the potion? Well then, it was good doing business with you. If you ever come across any interesting carcasses, or she kind of like glances at how armed you guys are, make them yourselves. Send them over to me. I can make things out of them either for you, or I can at least pay for the materials.
Are there any small animals around?
What was that, Silver?
Are there any small animals around? Like taxidermied?
Most of the taxidermy is heads mounted to the ceiling, and they're typically larger creatures, but there is like a shelf of almost disturbed looking smaller creatures, rabbits, ferrets. There is quite untastefully a fox, just like on a small shelf in the corner.
I'm walking around this room, looking around. I stay away from that, but I'm gonna be casting Druidcraft.
You're gonna be what?
Casting Druidcraft.
Okay.
Just make small animal sounds.
To make small animal sounds?
Yes.
Oh.
I
Okay.
swear to God, Shawlex. that is me out of character saying that.
So, Ruben, as you're just like in this store against your will, Jin is in the process of swapping his armor out. So he's let go of your arm, Ruben. You start to hear like chitters coming from the ceiling, like squirrels. You hear a bird calling off in the corner. You glance over and you swear you could see one of these creatures move. But it's still...
Can I roll an insight check on why she's been staring at me?
Sure.
Because taxidermy.
But what? We're all fucking beast folk except
Not me.
Alex and Ruben.
Listen,
To be fair, you are a large wolf at
Yeah.
this point.
At this point, I'm just a maned wolf. I am no longer a fox.
Like, you probably look
I'm just a
different
monkey.
in specials, so she wants you.
15 on the insight.
15 on insight. You get the sense that it's not actually taxidermy, but that it does have to do with your appearance. Like, she's not looking at you because she wants to mount your head on the ceiling. She's looking at you
Like, this is a fine specimen kind of thing?
like... It almost seems as if she's waiting for you to say something.
I don't know if I want to now. I just look increasingly uncomfortable.
Let me rephrase. It looks as if she's waiting for you to say something specific.
Can Ruben scooch over to
Oh.
Eterna?
Okay.
And we uncomfortable together.
I just kind of pat Ruben on the head. Are you okay?
No.
Can I, purely for flavor, I'm gonna cast heroism on Ruben.
Ruben, you... As you're standing here, hearing these sounds from these creatures, you get a really important realization. They're all dead. And you're alive. And you've killed bigger. The couple of adventures that you went on before joining this party, and especially the shit you've done with this party, these creatures would be no match for you.
Head pats of courage.
Thank you.
So yeah, you are immune to being frightened.
Yay.
You also, even though this, I hope this doesn't matter. But, you get, 4 temporary hit points.
This only lasts for a minute, though.
Yeah. But that's why I say, fuck, I hope this doesn't matter.
46 seconds later, Varkin busts in the door. You motherfuckers!
I'm gonna kind of like look at her. Do you know about the order? Does it a somewhat hush voice?
Did you order something? I don't remember you being in here before.
You look like you are wanting to tell me something.
Might be, because of the injury I had trying to work with metal. Long time ago, I apprenticed to a blacksmith, and the heat got to me, had a heat stroke. Had to, unfortunately, remove just about all my hair as a part of cooling down, just to make sure I lived. And I figured, why waste the hair? So I made a rug out of it. Right there. But it still left me with a few odd blotches on my face.
The confusion on my face continues to grow.
And you look down, and there is, in fact, a decently sized rug, maybe like 5 foot by 8 foot. And you look down, it does in fact seem to be made of hair.
Is that what you've been, like, staring at me for the whole time?
Like I said, you're probably just noticing the kind of oddities of my face. I know I'm not exactly the easiest thing to look at.
I'm so... can I roll insight?
Sure. What are you trying to discern?
If she's messing with me. Like,
While this is happening, Ruben, you kind of get like a peck on the shoulder. Like, you turn around and there's just a raven, like, flapping behind you, just kind of hovering.
Hi, buddy.
Kind of tilts its head.
You want something?
Pecks you right on the nose.
Playful or, like, friendly?
draws blood, question mark.
Playful, I would say.
Okay. I will...
It's not a pleasant sensation, but it doesn't pierce skin. Eterna, what was the result of your insight check? 17. She's not messing with you. As she's saying these things, going through this story, she's like, with a 17, you get the sense that she's trying to jog your memory about something.
I'm just confused, man.
Raven. You know that when a raven pecks in your nose, it means that it's finished, right?
I mean, what?
You're cursed.
I'm cursed?
Yeah.
Since when?
I mean, I haven't touched anything or done anything, so...
If that makes you cursed, why is it ignoring me?
Can I roll, like, an animal handling check to see if I could try and, like, let it, like, if it'll come to me and sit on my hand?
Sure, go ahead and roll.
Hi-ya. What?
8. Okay.
I'm trying to think of what she's related to. Like, does she know Merkel?
After a brief hesitation, Ruben, the raven, just kind of hops up onto your hand caws at you. The loud sound is a little startling in this space. Then like
Hey,
hops up to your shoulder, tries to like start nibbling at your ears.
what are you doing, buddy? What do you want?
Caw! Right in your ear.
What do you want?
Sherlock.
Roll an insight check, Ruben.
Was that?
What was that, Eterna?
Does Sherlock want to ask the crow what it wants?
Not really. Crows are kind of like bigger, and this isn't a crow, it's a raven.
Alright, can I sneak up to the crow and try to like grab it?
Sure.
Don't, please.
Roll a stealth
Wait,
check.
no. Don't grab it. You're gonna hurt it, or it's gonna
No,
hurt.
I'm doing it gently. What are you talking about? See,
Damn.
I'm so gentle.
No, you're just quiet.
Yeah. After like a brief moment of kind of like stepping out of the line of sight of the bird, you're able to like jump up and kind of scoop it up gently, and like it perches on two of your fingers, and you hold your other hand over top of it to like prevent it from escaping.
Right, where did this bird come from, guys?
Give me back my friend.
Is he yours?
No, but he seems to like me.
But where did he come from?
Jin, the raven starts like nibbling at your hand in complaint.
I'm gonna like try to hold his like head so he doesn't do that.
As you do so, it caws loudly and then poofs into a cloud of smoke.
Where the fuck? You
It's
made my
a
friend.
situation.
You made my friend go away, Jin.
Wait, does,
Jin,
does
roll
that
an
mean
insight
someone
check.
familiar?
3. We don't know anything.
Turn to roll an insight check. Someone succeed on this.
No, we shall not.
10.
10. I don't think that's enough.
I mean, I verbally said familiar, if that counts for him, which it probably doesn't.
Oh, buddy, where are you?
No, it's not like it just turned into smoke and it's still here. Like it's gone. Like I think it's like a familiar. Like
Little buddy.
Hey,
Whose
like,
familiar is
Boya.
it then?
Like Boya, you have a familiar. Did it do that?
Pseudo dragon.
Yeah, it can like pop in and out sometimes, you know, when he wants to.
But is that what it looks like? Like,
Well, it's different
or
for different
that's supposed to be
people.
bad omen.
Maybe.
I think I can deal with the bad luck, guys. I don't know about you.
I just want my little friend back.
Yeah, you would have bad luck, wouldn't you, Jin?
Do I think that she would speak any other language so that I can like ask her questions? Because she seems to not be wanting to like outright say it.
Lingrade?
Yeah.
You're welcome to try a few languages if you'd like. She's Dwarvish, so you would assume she speaks Dwarvish.
Well, yeah, but like, that is not one of my several languages.
Yeah, you're welcome to try a few languages if you'd like, but there's no way to look at someone and tell if they speak a different language.
You look like you speak French.
That's an insult.
Oh shit! Can I use detect thoughts?
You could.
Ah. me.
Words.
Hoo-ha.
Yeehaw.
All right.
Yeehaw.
You get surface thoughts for free. Her surface thoughts are along the lines of, what the hell is up with this crow, this bird, and it disappeared. I was gonna catch that if they left and it was still here.
I'm gonna like continue to try to read her thoughts. But like you were trying to like tell me something.
Not really. I just kind of told you the story of the rug there.
Can I go up to her?
And what's her mind saying?
Basically, oh my god, when is this lady gonna understand?
What do you like? I feel like I'm not understanding something here. Can you tell me what I'm not understanding? Like, besides like the rug, I feel like there's more going on than this rug is your hair.
Is there anything else I can help you guys with?
Where's that little bird come from?
Oh,
I have no idea.
Do you know what that bird was? As I speak in Undercommon.
Looks
Undercommon?
at you shocked.
Yeah, Undercommon.
She kind of looks up and replies in Undercommon. It's been a long time since I've heard this tongue.
Wait,
So you do know this.
I start speaking in my other language. What is it? Infernal? Inferial?
Infernal?
Hmm.
What are you saying?
Where's my friend?
She kind of glances over to you, and then back to Jin, and says in Undercommon, "Why is your friend speaking gibberish?"
He doesn't understand this kind of tongue. You know, foreigners.
wait, Jin, you speak Undercommon?
Have I not done this before? I feel like I've done this before.
Is
When?
whoever doesn't speak Undercommon at this point is just staring at them?
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Wait, is
Is
it
this
just
me
me that
and-
speaks Undercommon?
Is it just me and Poyo?
Wait, who speaks Undercommon? At
Shala?
dinner party.
Do you speak Undercommon?
Will you speak Undercommon, Eterna?
Yes.
Let me check.
Shalix, you do not speak Undercommon.
Me, Shalix,
don't
and
speak
Poyo are really
We're out of the
confused.
conversation.
Yeah.
I start looking at Ruben and start trying to speak under common. So I'm just speaking sounds that I hear.
I just start speaking random words in Infernal to Shalix.
Eterna, if you want to try to get any more from that detect thoughts, you can try to probe deeper. But that does,
Make a roll.
yeah, it's a roll, and it will let her know that you're probing, unless she fails.
I'm just gonna ask her in Undercommon. I know that you're trying to tell me something or get me to remember something, but I have no idea what you're trying. Please just tell me.
It's best that you dismiss that feeling. The taxidermy makes plenty of people uncomfortable, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm
and
gonna
then
throw her mine.
and then you hear in the line of thoughts, you hear, I guess she isn't one of them.
You motherfucker.
You can probe
I don't
deeper
know
now
that
if you'd
one.
like.
I don't know if I want to tell her I'm reading her fucking mind. But I feel like that would be bad.
I will say, I don't like the way Detect Thoughts gives it away. I feel like if the creature fails the saving throw, the creature shouldn't know that you're probing into its mind.
Yeah.
So, like, if the saving throw fails, it won't know. She won't know. But if the saving throw succeeds, she will know.
I'm gonna speak
So-
to Eterna in Orcish. So what was that order called again?
I'm gonna hold a finger up, like, give me a minute to Jen, since my brain's doing, like, 3 different languages right now.
Yeah, one of which is
Okay.
thoughts.
One
Meanwhile,
which is-
2 other languages are just casually happening in the background. And Poyo is just repeatedly saying Poyo.
I turned to Jim. I turned to Jim and I start speaking in Gnomish.
Gnomish?
Gnomish.
Blah 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 blah. Yeah, blah blah blah.
Oh my god. Okay.
So you're probing deeper?
Lindgren. No, Lindgren. I know that I want to get in contact with the Order, with the Shadow Walkers, and I feel like you know how to do that.
Roll a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Damn, why am I'm only kind of good at it.
I will
But I
also
rolled a nat 20,
I will also paste this name in the
so
bar.
I can spell it correctly.
Lingrade.
So that's a nat 20, but it's a 24.
Nat 20 for a total of 24.
Yeah.
She kind of nods. I'm familiar with them. What message should I take?
Yo, where are we going? I don't. The port that we were going to, y'all. I switched to common. Where the fuck are we going?
We're going into the Fearlands, are we not?
Okay, but like, where is the next place that we are going that I can have a message sent?
Well, looking at the map, the only other port before you get to the Fearlands, which the Fearlands, where you're going in the Fearlands, is the ruins of what used to be Nanjion City.
Why can't they just meet us there?
Can they meet us there?
They're from the Fearlands.
No, I'm looking at Lindgreen.
Doing so would likely be risky. The Fearlands are hostile to all free peoples, after all. I will let them know that's where you're going.
Alright. After that, I think we should be coming back down here. Somewhere in Yanyan. I don't know. I will send a message whenever I know where we're going. But I do want to get in contact with them. But we do need to leave today.
They are a slippery and interesting bunch. Whether they contact you is their own decision. But I will tell them your intentions.
Alright, because I have a lot of questions, and I may also be able to, like, help with answers. Because as you can tell, gestures to me being hella cursed.
Yes, you seem like you're familiar with the river water.
I'm actually not at all. And that's why I want some answers, because I have a lot of questions. I
Very
have
well.
never touched the water anywhere near here.
Very well. let them know that Grayfair is headed to the Namjion port.
My name is also a...
I'll make a note of that.
Alright, so I think... Yeah, you... Did you pay... Yeah, you paid for your armor.
Yeah.
Yes. Go on now. Go. Before you draw
Right,
too much attention.
Thank you so much. Here's a little tip for all that information then, and I'll slide over 5 more gold.
She scoops it up again with her right hand, twirling one of the pieces of gold between those last 2 fingers, and then spinning it on her pinky finger, almost like a basketball, before slipping them into her pouch. Good.
Alright.
Well,
Just
by
as
the
we
way,
walk
if
out,
we go first.
I was gonna say, as we walk out, Eterna's just gonna turn to Jin in Undercommon and be like, when did you learn fucking Undercommon?
Well, you know, when I was in, before I went to jail and all that. You don't need to know about that. You're fine.
What?
I assume that response is in Undercommon.
Yeah. There's a lot you don't know. There's a lot you don't know.
But also, weren't Orcish too? Why?
I turn to the shopkeeper.
Okay.
Yeah, tell him. You know, the room would have a lot better feng shui if you move those over here, and then you put the big one right in the center right there.
That's the thing. I don't have my big one yet. I'm after a beholder in particular.
Ooh, if I come across one, I know who to send it to.
There'll be a handsome reward for it. Good luck, adventurer.
Thank you. Alright, you guys, we need to find a beholder. It's my new mission in life.
I'm not fucking with a beholder.
We don't want that, okay?
You just
We
need to
just
find
have
a
to
vibe.
kill it. We have to kill it, okay? We don't want to do anything else with it.
I'm not saying fucking as in like fucking. I mean fucking as in I don't want to deal with any part of the beholder.
I hope so. If we stumble
am
across
like-
it, we'll beat it up, okay?
I am like 19.
I am like, hold on, 22.
Hold
I think
on. Hold on.
Oh, come
22.
I don't know about you.
Hey, Jordan! Hey, Jin! High five! I'm 22 too.
Hell yeah. Ruben, are you 22 also?
I am not 22.
Damn it, you can't get a high five
Oh.
now.
No high five to Ruben.
Poyo's just casually.
22?
Poyo just casually looks around like, how am I the oldest?
Are you in your 30s?
Polio, how old are you?
I'm 25.
Oh,
Polio, I'm 28, you dumb shit.
You're 20. Wait. Okay, I'm not the oldest.
wait, you're really 28?
Yes.
Down at Ruben.
You're so sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna try and hit Shalex.
Show me that you're 28.
With anything in particular, or just like with your hands?
You know what? I'm going for my battle axe. Fuck you. Double-handed.
Oh boy, roll the attack.
Oh.
Natural 20, baby.
Is it actually? Send a picture.
Yeah.
It's in.
Oh, it's in roll 20? I didn't get a notification for it. Why not? Oh, there we go. Nice. So, here's the thing. You just hear a slight whistling sound. and for the split second before the axe hits you in the side, you're like, oh, the raven's back, and you turn, and it just thunk right in between two ribs, and it just lodges into you. Ruben kind of has to lift his foot up to, like, wedge it out.
Get out! Get out!
The
Get
axe
it out!
squelches
Get it
out.
Next time you want to disrespect my height, this is what's coming for you, Alex.
Ruben, you should have gone for their knees. Bring them down to your level.
I turn to a turn, and you want some too?
Aturna squares up.
I will use a rage on you, Eden.
I will note for anyone who's curious, Shalex's blood is in fact red.
Huh.
Whoa.
You're more human than I am.
Shalex, you said
I'm
the
gonna,
bird's
like-
back.
I'm gonna like prepare false life and look down
Fair
at Ruben and square up. Do it,
Listen,
little man.
I can go for a long time, Eden.
Little man, he says.
I have all 4 rages and everything.
I'm just like
I
sitting
can
over
talk
here.
you out of being mad.
I heal myself.
enough.
Nice. You said the bird's back, right?
Wait,
where's
wait,
that?
wait. 1 second.
No,
1 second.
Shalex, like, for a second, like, turned around like, oh, is that the sound of the bird? But it was the sound of your axe whistling through the air into their ribs.
So, quick question. What type of armor does Ruben wear?
None? Barbarian?
None.
Ah. Damn it.
Unfortunately, heat metal is not useful.
How dare you, sir?
Was he gonna like steal my armor?
No, it was gonna
No.
melt it.
Oh. To be fair,
Yes,
I'm
you were.
I'm fire resistant.
Iche.
Alright. Alright. So, we just did taxidermy stuff. I'm not proud of it, but I've done it before. So, I say, if we run right now, we could probably find a beholder, taxidermy it,
No.
sell it back,
No.
and get a bunch of
Come
money.
on, this is
No.
not the plan.
Or we get the fuck out of here because you know who is probably yeah.
We
is,
don't want to be around for the fight of
yeah.
I
Either way, I
Alright.
think we've served our purpose here.
I do want to buy rations.
Alright.
And then we can leave.
Yes.
Rations you can buy, what kind of quality are you looking for?
Edible.
Like, just barely edible? You looking for the cheapest stuff you can find?
Okay, not like bad, like
On a scale of
It's
1 to 10,
quality,
where 1 to
not
10 is
McDonald's.
barely edible and 10 is Gordon Ramsay.
Four and a
not
half.
Waffle House, but like Wendy's quality.
Okay.
So like a solid like 3.5.
No, on the scale of barely edible to Gordon Ramsay, Wendy scores like a solid 6.
The Gordon Ramsay, I would say that's like a 4.
Listen, you can't put Gordon Ramsay
Like,
at the top
Cracker
when you've never
Barrel
had his food.
is like a 6.
That's fair.
Ruben,
Cracker,
I found
Cracker
something
Barrel I
for
would put
you.
at 7. But anyways, you're looking for like a 3.5. That'll run you, I'll say, 5 silver a ration.
Alright. Let me think about how many numbers exist. That's gonna be 7. So I'm gonna get 7 rations.
Alright. that complete your business in Yangnam?
I would believe so. Unless anyone else is getting rations and would like different than a solid 3.5.
That's fine.
No, I'm good with that. I'm gonna get some spell components. Just generic spell components.
Generic spell components? Alright, most spell components are decently cheap. You can buy in bulk, so you could probably fresh up on everything that you need for 2 silver.
Okay. Hey, guys, I don't have any money.
I'm gonna
It's like
punch
0 money?
0 money.
Wait, how much do you need?
The guy over there said 2 silver.
Jesus Christ. Here, have 2 silver.
Thank you.
Oh
I
shit,
wa-
I was using
I-
my electrum, not my silver. Wait a minute.
You just made a few people very rich.
Yeah.
Or very poor.
Oh, what's the silver gold ratio?
1 gold is 10 silver.
Okay.
1 gold is 2 electrum. So 1 electrum is 5 silver.
So you're saying I'm worth 10 gold?
No.
You're worth all the
No.
gold.
Thank
10
you!
10 of you would only be worth 1 gold.
So mean. He's
This is
putting
what
me
you-
on number. He's putting me on number 1 from 0 to 3 gold. Okay. I'm over it. Hey, does anybody need a mace?
We have a mace.
I have a mace.
Good.
Does anybody need a mace?
Not particularly.
No? Okay.
I have a question real fast, Alan.
Yeah?
So I know that to sew stuff into my cloak or my robe, I have to use enchanted thread.
Yes.
Does the same effect apply if I use enchanted thread to sew something onto regular clothes?
No.
Okay.
There is
That's
a
not-
specific enchantment on the robe itself that allows the patches to be sewn onto it.
Okay, because I was about to be like, can I sew the sword into like my bra or some shit? I don't know. So that no one will steal the sword and I don't go blind.
You could sew it onto the inside of the robe.
Okay. I will think about that later. I am paranoid about going blind, okay?
All it takes is 1 item.
I know.
Hey, Eterna, what happens if I pull one of these patches?
I'll kill you.
I dropped my hand as I was reaching for one of the patches.
So you guys are headed out of the city then?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Going once? Going twice? Sold!
So you
Oh,
said
Alan,
in
Alan.
the ruins of Namajon City.
Yes.
So where is that? Is it on like a?
You guys are right here. You guys can
Is it
see
on-
my thing, right?
Yeah. Is it on this riverside?
It is right here.
No, it's up there.
Cool.
Alan, I want to do one thing.
What?
I want to do one thing.
What thing do you want to do?
I want to get out of the city.
We sure are doing that.
Take a point of
Thank
psychic
you.
damage.
1 point psychic damage taken.
Now heal a point of health.
Thank you.
You see how much time you just wasted? It's what you deserve.
The gods can take away, but they can also give. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Be grateful I didn't take more. So.
On the ship, can I start growing mold?
So this ship journey.
I think I made it pretty obvious where we're going.
Looks like maybe 8 days, depending on how affected the boat is by weather and whatever conditions the waters have from any corruption that might be leaking into the ocean. So you're looking at probably about 8 days. Who would like to roll a d20 for the first day of travel?
I can.
Can I cast, what's it called? Draevok to know what the weather's gonna be to see how difficult this roll is?
Sure. As you guys are leaving port, maybe about, like, just after lunch, you can go ahead and cast Druidcraft. You get the sense that the weather is going to be... probably decent. Maybe a little still, but it should be sunny.
Okay. Should be easy roll. Easy roll of the waves, you guys.
Yeah. The first 2 days you won't be in Fearland's waters. So,
Got it.
the first day is mostly getting downstream out the river. The second day is going to be sailing up the coast, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6 are, yeah.
I want to roll for day 3, so. You guys?
So,
Who's wrong?
Eden, what did you roll?
12.
12. So, yeah. Your trip out of the river is fairly uneventful. You are charged a tax to go through the port town of Pain again. I know you evaded this tax beforehand. But if you would like to try to evade that tax again, you certainly can. Otherwise, it would be charged 35 gold.
Oh, only 35 is more expensive whenever we came last time.
Well, you got a different inspector.
You know, I'm really corrupt. You guys should look into that. I push whoever has the money to pay.
I'll pay 15 of it, and y'all pay the other 20.
How much gold does Koyo have? I'm willing to sacrifice his money.
Good. Yeah. This is his punishment.
Poyo looks up and says, "Oh yeah, I got 20 gold." Bah!
Wow.
Just starts throwing gold.
I punched Pollo. Ow! I got poked by one of his spines.
You think that would hurt him more than it would hurt you, honestly, if you pushed his spine.
Yes. What's the
Because then
point?
you both kind of get stabbed.
Yeah.
Yes, what's your point? It still hurts.
Technically, it's Poyo's point. So, who would like to roll for the second day?
I shall.
Go for it.
Well, I'll do this in roll. I'll do this in person.
Whoa!
You're gonna come all the way to LA to roll this?
Yeah. Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. Just for
You heard it. You heard it, you guys. She's coming to LA.
I just find it. Well, I'll do it in the thing.
Rip.
13.
13. Yeah. The weather gets a little bit better. The wind kind of picks up a little bit. You're able to reach the border to the Fearlands by nightfall. And your good friend, Captain Ashanti, kind of turns around and says, "Alright, so this is where things are going to start getting interesting, probably. Do we want to just travel by night? Do we want to travel by day?"
I say we can just keep on traveling, day,
By boat.
yeah. And then we can go, like, a little further out of the coastline.
A little further out
Unusual.
from the coastline. Well, if I go too much further out, we'll lose sight of the coastline entirely.
Yeah, we don't
which,
want that.
which would be good
Found it.
for the coastline. Anything there wouldn't be able to see us. But if we get hit by a storm or something, we might risk being blown off course.
We have the magics to know when a storm is coming.
Well, your friend here seemed to have it when we left fort. I don't know how often you can do that. Charlotte?
Every day, every second. Let's do it. I start casting it. Blah.
Pulls up, and the weather the next day is going to be stormy.
Yeah, but
I do it again. Just test it out again.
The weather next day is going to be perfectly clear.
I do it again. What's this now?
It's going to blizzard somehow.
Got it. This one's the one that we want. It's gonna blizzard, you guys.
Captain Ashanti just kind of looks up from the spell and is like, yeah, okay. Not gonna depend on that.
Gonna be stormy tomorrow. The first one's always a good one.
Well, I'll leave it up to you if you want to risk getting lost. I won't get too lost. I know I can sail south and find land.
I say we skip it for this day, but maybe in the future.
Stick closer to the coast for today.
Yeah,
Alright,
because there's a storm coming.
so with that being said, whoever would like to roll for day 3 can roll a d10.
I actually have one of those, but someone else can roll because I already rolled.
Yeah, I knew
7.
there's
So,
Yes,
As
I
you-
called deep.
as you begin sailing up the coastline here, the water slowly starts to get murkier. And as you're going, you're noticing shapes moving about in the water around your ship, as well as other places.
How close to shore are we?
It's just within sight distance, maybe 6-7 miles out.
Have you seen any other ships or anything?
No.
I suggest we go closer to shore.
I would suggest against that.
Listen, man, the things in water are scarier than the things on the shore right now.
The thing, you don't even know the things on the shore.
You don't even know either.
I just kind of like take off my glasses and just stare
take off my imaginary glasses that I don't have and stare at you.
We both sit there staring at our imaginary glasses.
Alright, I'm gonna do a Constitution saving throw to see who blinks first.
I cast Guiding Hand.
Jin never ever blinks again.
Damn.
Yeah! I win!
I cast Guiding Hand on one,
Okay.
just in case we get lost.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, the hand appears vaguely in front of the boat, a little bit off to the side, as you guys are sailing not exactly in the direction of Namjoon City, but it's generally close enough to that direction.
Yeah, directly there would be fucking going into...
Exactly.
We doing it, man. We doing it. We
So-
doing it funny.
Yeah. The hand appears, the creatures are still there. Is there anything else anyone else is going to do about those?
I still vote we go closer to shore.
So that's one vote for and one vote against.
Looks at the captain who should be making the decisions.
Listen, you guys know a lot more about the orcs and the Fearlands than I do.
To be fair, I don't think any of us have been to the Fearlands. Anyone that I know of. Sorry.
Fair point.
You know me?
Fair point, but at the same time, Well, first question, what are these things?
Probably some the hungry
If
little
I had to
monster.
guess, Valakai's washed up experiments,
They're not really washed up, are they?
washed up as in failed, more or less. Or maybe they are meant to be guard dogs, who knows?
I certainly think they are guard dogs.
Any of you can roll a perception check if you'd like to try to get a closer look at them.
Oh, I shall. I'll do this in person. 'Cause I'm such a good man. Tell me
Perception.
people.
16.
Oh, guys, why'd you let me roll in person? 7.
Because you guys wouldn't shut the fuck up until I allowed you guys to roll some things in person.
Well, I enjoy rolling in person.
I cast Guiding Hand in person.
Who are you casting guidance on?
One person, whoever wants it.
I don't want it. Actually, I might want it. No, I'm not. I'm good. You can have it.
Rolled a
I
16.
can have it. You got a +4 to that.
Yeah.
Roll a d4, add it on.
Me?
Yes.
D4, get out of
You can't save my 7.
that's gonna be a 19.
On a 19, glancing down, you aren't quite sure what they are.
Are they moving?
They are moving. They're definitely some kind of living creature.
Oh shit, I think I know what they are, but Eterna doesn't.
Fins and scales,
Big fish.
and you notice that a few of them also have additional appendages. They're not quite entirely fish-like. They're somewhere between fish-like and humanoid, but not in a consistent way. One of them will have like a head-like growth off of one side, and a longish tentacle on the other. Another one has like a row of sharp spines like a sea urchin, along with two legs that there's paddling behind, some form of amalgamation.
I definitely think these are experiments then. Because about to say, I think they may be experiments from the underwater magic temple castle school.
I cast Animal Friendship.
You cast Animal Friendship. Go ahead and throw that in chat for me.
There it is.
Choose a beast that you can see within range. Okay, so there's a total of 6 of them.
Yes.
So which one are you choosing?
Which one looks the funnest?
The tentacle.
When they speak.
There are 2 of them that seem to have something resembling human heads.
Yeah.
One with a tentacle, and one that is actually, I would say, the most humanoid out of all of them, that appears to have a head and 2 arms, and then just a long eel-like body. And one of the arms ends in like a ball of sea urchin spikes.
Okay, nothing that has human head.
Huh?
Or do they all have human heads?
2 of them do, 4 of them don't.
Okay, one of the ones that does not have human head.
Okay, what other types of anatomy are you looking at to decide?
I'm looking for.
Are you wanting the one
Utility.
that's? Are you wanting the one that's the most fish-like? Are you wanting something with a tentacle? Are you wanting something that's like spiny? Something that looks like it's
Closest to a
fast?
fish. Closest to a beast, with me knowing that these are probably not beasts.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check. Once you get on this check, will determine if you have disadvantage or not. Or if they have advantage or not, I mean.
19.
Okay. So yeah, as you cast the spell, the spell definitely feels off. It doesn't feel like it's going to last for as long, but for now it seems like it's taking a hold of this creature that almost looks like a barracuda, but off of the bottom of it is this long, like, octopus tentacle with a row of 6 spikes at the end of the tentacle on one side that almost looks like it kind of has like a hatchet, or like it could use that to climb something.
Wait, so can we actually see like these creatures right now, or are they still like shadows in the water?
As time is progressing here, as you guys are having these conversations, they are getting like closer to the ship and further up in the water. So now you can see them much more clearly than you could when this started.
When we first looked at them, where did we see them from? Like, were they closer to the shore? Were they closer to, like, out in the ocean?
Roll a perception check.
But 8.
You
Casting speak with animals.
You didn't get necessarily the chance to tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shalix, as you cast Animal Friendship, that creature kind of like stops swimming sort of in unison with the rest and kind of looks up at you. And you cast Speak with Animals. You hear... I could never do this voice justice, so I'm just going to tell you, it's the voice of the sea turtle from Nemo.
Oh man, let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
So I'm not going to try to do the voice, but that is the voice that this creature has. But it looks up and,
Cowabunga did.
Oh, dude.
it looks up and
Are your
says,
friends? Are your friends gonna like try to attack us?
we're hungry.
Oh, everybody, throw food.
Well,
I'm sorry.
we
I
prefer
turned
living
back.
things.
Living things.
Living
Hey,
things.
did you guys bring the cow that I told you to bring? You guys?
You talking to us?
Yes. Oh, sorry. I was doing animal voice. Did you guys bring the cow? I go with Gnomish.
You didn't? Oh wait, what?
Are you
Oh,
telling
you guys don't
me
speak Gnomish.
summon your dog and to turn it into a cow and shove it over you? Is that what you were telling me?
That seems.
I mean, I'm down, says Poyo.
Koyo, you're volunteering. Good, jump.
No, that's not what I said.
That's what we were saying though.
It seems like they're hungry and they like living things.
Yeah, which is why I would like to go. You know what? It's fine. I don't think we have enough time to go to shore, anyways.
Where?
Yeah,
where
the
do
ship
we
is now
leave
like slightly
for the-
rocking side to side a little bit. You can see some of the sailors are like nervously clutching at swords, or some of them are grabbing at like a couple of them have maces that they're just kind of like easing in the scabbard.
I turn back to my friend and say,
Do we have any animals on board right now?
Is there a rat? Or
Any sort of animal.
Roll a perception check. If you don't roll really high, the results are going to be disappointing.
Hey, can someone help me?
I'm
wait, is animal friendship a concentration?
Animal friendship is not concentration. Neither of them are.
I will.
So I can cast it multiple times?
Perception advantage.
I can cast it multiple times, Evan?
I wasn't told to.
You can if you'd like.
Yeah, you
I
can.
casted 1, 2,
Jin, roll
upcast,
another
3, 4.
Roll another D4, Jordan.
D4.
I
Yeah.
cast it 4 more times, Brian.
So you can now talk to all of them except one.
Great.
So you get a total of 22. As you're looking around, you have a few rats on board, but not many. Your captain here keeps a pretty tidy ship, but a few things always slip through the cracks.
Right, quick. Someone grab those rats and polymorph them into cows.
cast mage
Oh,
hand.
yeah. But no! Something bigger. Make it a whale.
You want a whale?
Well, there's limits
A
to
whale
what I
rat.
can do with it.
What do you mean?
Oh, wait. I know you can turn shit into an elephant.
Elephant!
It depends on how strong it is. A rat isn't strong enough for that. It would probably explode.
Well, I mean, that's what we're planning to.
How big can? Wait.
How
If
how
it
big of an animal
explodes-
can we make?
If it explodes, does it explode big pieces or little pieces?
Not the little pieces.
Well,
I mean, I don't know.
as
I'm guessing, really. I don't know how this works.
I turn to my friends in the water and say, you guys know how to dance?
If you ask that one more time, I'm going to eat you. We were gonna do that anyway. Shut up, Carl.
Carl.
Oh, yeah, you guys, that one's named Carl. Wait, what are you guys' names?
I need to write this down. This will be important information later.
Carl,
Uh,
Jetson, Andy,
Jetson. Andy. Sam.
Dylan,
Go.
and Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl is the one that I don't have control of, isn't it?
No, that's the one that is the most humanoid. that has like
Oh.
the eel body with the 2 arms and the head.
Oh, nice. It's a coddle. Sick name, bro.
Growing concern in I know mythology.
There you go. I try my best, guys.
Okay.
You're not entirely off.
It's actually spelled like this.
I do not believe you whatsoever.
Oh,
No,
okay, okay.
this guy's name is spelled like that. It's based off of what you're thinking of, but
Okay,
it was
I'm
white
scared
girls.
of what you're of
Okay,
what
then
I'm
why
thinking.
is it spelled that way and not the thing I'm thinking of?
Because whatever this creature's parents were got creative.
I'm gonna keep what I wrote down.
I just kind of sigh. I really don't want them to attack them. If we feed them, shut up. If we feed them, will they like protect us? Like, can we make them our like proxy?
I doubt it.
Well, they're friends right now.
For now. Well, one of them is.
I think they
No,
tolerate.
no. I'm talking to like 5 out of 6.
Okay, guys, I have 10 rations on me.
No, they want light food.
As you guys are having this conversation, Poyo jumps onto one of the rats, catches it, chucks it overboard, and turns it into a cow.
Yeah.
So you just hear a squeak, slowly like bass boost into a moo of terror, and then a massive splash. And Poyo just looks up at you guys and is like, well, you were taking too long.
Well, I was hoping you would do it quicker, but you know, that works. Captain,
I
what
was
is
taking
what's
too
the
long,
score?
but you were taking longer.
You guys can.
Captain, let's see if we can go to like shore a bit more.
Alright.
Because if we don't, these things are gonna come after us again.
They're gonna come after us anyway, and we get too close to shore, we'll have the orcs after us too. And you don't want to get the fucking undead after us, because they literally
Hey.
won't stop.
Well, it's probably like barren over
Have you
there. I don't
guys-
know.
Have you guys tried orc meat?
Or what?
I'm not talking to you again. How
Um,
can you even understand me?
you weren't specifying who you were talking to.
As you kind of speak to them, they kind of like, there's an echoing reply as they all like go after the cow that is like lagging behind where the ship is, because the ship is keeping going and the cow is not. So the last thing you hear from them before they're out of range is, why would we eat them? What was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I yell back, they're delicious.
Are they magically delicious?
They can be.
So,
Alright, so.
the cow keeps them busy for long enough that when polymorph wears off, you guys are gone enough that they are unable to catch up to you. So that is the end of day 3.
How
Who would
many
like to
times
roll
do you
for
guys
day
roll
4?
per day?
Just once.
Let's hope that doesn't happen too many times.
Hopefully.
Just once.
By the way, the weather gauge does say that there's going to be a storm the next day. Today was clear, but the weather gauge, your druidcraft said that it's going to be stormy tomorrow. And it's still like being a little futzy, but you cast it like 13 or 14 times, and most of them say storm.
Perfect. Okay. If we look look at the shore, do we see any like signs of life? Any like lights or anything?
Yes. As night falls, you can definitely see like scattered campfires. There's maybe 2 within sight right now. Just as night falls, after your first day's worth of travel into Fearland's waters. But if you keep watch throughout the night, you'll probably see anywhere between 8 and 20. Different, just small fires.
I'm gonna try and keep watch tonight and like watch the shore to see if there's any boats.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Fires are easy to spot at night, especially in a mostly barren landscape. Boats don't necessarily give off light, so they're harder to see. 17. From what you can tell, there's not any boats, but this, the shorescape here is different to any other shores that you've seen, so you're not 100% sure, but you don't think you saw any. As we move into day 4, the captain is going to adjust even a little bit closer to shore. He's going to be about 3 miles out. To where you guys are clearly visible to anyone on the shore. But the shore is well within sight for the storm that is predicted. Who would like to roll a d10 for today?
I will. Yes. Toya! Damn it! Toya! That, 1.
1?
1.
Oh boy. There is in fact a storm today. As the dark clouds kind of crawl across the sky, you notice several tornadoes beginning to form on land.
Wait, what's forming on land?
Several tornadoes. As the storm is sweeping like down from the land out to sea, you're noticing there's tornadoes like occurring on the land and heading in your direction generally.
Are they big tornadoes?
You're not quite sure because you can't quite tell how far away they are, but there's at least 3 of them.
What perspective? How big are they?
Tornadoes.
Like I said, there's not really a whole lot of perspective you can get,
Tiny tornadoes.
but the biggest of them, if you hold your arm out at like arm's length, the biggest of them is the size of like all 4 of your fingers.
And
Just in
How
perspective.
far away are we? Like
You're
3
not
miles?
sure. You're not sure. 3 miles from the shore, but these
Yeah.
these are still on land.
Okay.
So you're more than 3 miles away.
Those are massive then. Holy.
Yeah. The other 2 are smaller, but that one seems scary, and they are definitely headed in this direction. Are there any preparations anyone would like to make?
Call my landlord and tell him I'm not gonna make it this session, this time of the month. I don't know what else I can do.
You can see the rest of the crew is like tying stuff down to the deck.
I'm gonna tie a lifeline.
I'm gonna put on a life jacket.
There aren't life jackets, but you can tie yourself to the ship if you'd like, as Eterna is doing.
I'll tie myself to the ship.
I feel like I should I be on the bottom. I just feel like I shouldn't be on the top. I feel like I should be below deck.
Okay.
I would like to tie the ship to myself.
You know what? I like your thinking. I want to do that too.
Okay. Poya will also tie a lifeline. You guys see all of these sails are being like fully removed from the mast, and being stowed in the under compartment, like in compartments under, like below decks. You can see all of the other crew are definitely like tying stuff down, getting ready to go below deck. The captain is tied himself to the rudder of the ship to try to make sure that he's able to like stand there and keep control of it.
Do we still see lights from like on shore?
No. Any campfires that would be happening during this day are probably being blotted out by the wall of rain that is approaching. But if no one else has any preparations to make, going once, going twice. I'd like everyone to go ahead and roll, first of all, a straight d20.
Cool. I can do that.
Second of all, a dexterity saving throw. You want low on the regular d20s and high on your dex saves.
Wait, what? I finally rolled high on my d20.
I got 13 on the d20, 17 on the.
I got 18 on the d20, and I got 15 on the dex save.
We'll roll for your good friend Poyo here.
We got 12 on the regular and 11 on that same.
12 and 2 and 18. Eden, what did you say your regular d20 was?
13.
13? Okay. So, I'm gonna roll 5d20 now. For each d20 that I roll that is less than yours, one piece of the ship is going to be severely damaged by this.
Jesus.
So, against Silver's 12, I got an 11. So that's 1 damage. Ruben's 12, I rolled a 12, so that's fine, that's safe. I got a 2 on Eden's 13.
Oh shit! I should have used my Cthulhu d20. No wonder.
I got a 3 for Jin's 18. And a natural 20 for my own 19. So 3 parts of the ship are damaged. And then as far as deck saves go, Ruben, Silver, and Poyo you guys are each going to suffer because you tied yourselves onto the ship. You guys are not swept overboard, but you spend your time clinging to the lifeline to prevent it from crushing your ribs as you are just dragged about by the winds. You are each going to take 2 points of exhaustion. That's Ruben, Shalex, Poyo. Jin and Eterna, you guys did all right. So, as this storm sweeps through, you watch as Captain Ashanti kind of hollers for you guys to head below decks. Doesn't help much. the winds, you can just hear the creaking and groaning and almost screaming of the wood around you as this ship is tossed violently from wave to wave. Each like impact with the ocean is sending you almost sprawling. At one point, the mast actually comes tumbling down off of the ship, and it takes with it a good part of the upper deck. And since this is what, Ruben, you had tied yourself to the mast below decks, you're kind of like thrown upwards and almost suspended in the midair, as the crew starts like trying to cut the mast loose, get it off of the ship so it doesn't damage anything else. But it takes a good chunk of the deck with it as well, leaving the underbelly of the boat completely exposed to the wind. Two crew members whose knots were not good enough swept overboard, gone within seconds. And
Question.
I do have an answer.
Aren't the lifelines tied at the base of the mast?
Some of them would have been. You could, like, Ruben's was tied to the mast, but since you guys were below decks, tying your lifelines in, you would have tied it to some of the rafters or some of the oar benches that are a part of the ship.
Okay.
And so as the mast goes, it's difficult, but you guys are able to cut the mast off and set it adrift. But when the storm is past, you guys are left with what is essentially a raft with a rudder. And I just need someone to roll 1d4. On a 4, you don't see any land. On a 1 to 3, you guys are within sight of the coast.
Hey Alex, I saw you. Cool.
3. It takes maybe the better part of an hour of just drifting as you guys kind of look around about how to start repairing some of this damage. But eventually you do catch sight of the coastline. You guys were about here when the storm hit. The storm blew down this way and sent you guys off to here. So that is going to negate today's travel. So you still have 5 days left.
How do I get rid of my exhaustion?
Long rest.
Resting.
Can I take a long rest while we're doing these?
Yes, each day is another roll, and that is one long rest. So you long rest before the roll.
Do I long rest now?
Well, as you guys are kind of looking about, in order to get the ship moving again, do any of you guys have any supplies that you would want to offer to try to repair the ship better? It's not just about what's broken, it's about what's missing. The mast, first of all. A good chunk of the upper deck. 2 sails. Some of the crates.
Can we drop anchor real fast? Because I have something that I don't think we want to just drop off.
Captain Ashanti kind of hesitates for a second and says,
It's a 12-foot rowboat.
that will be helpful materials. Yes. And anchor is dropped, and you can go ahead and pull that patch if you'd like.
Yep.
That will be enough materials to repair the deck and set up like a smallish mast with what was the keel of the rowboat.
Pulls out a 10-foot pole for my bag of holding.
that will definitely help. So I will say throughout the course of the rest of the day, as this, and even some into the night, as this storm fades, you can, with mending, along with the help of the ship's carpenter, disassemble that rowboat and put your ship back together into something that will get you to where you're trying to go. Assuming that doesn't happen again.
I can finally use the rowboat.
No, that was a good call. That was a good call. So, you guys can go ahead and long rest. You have 5 days of travel left. Your weather vane says it's going to be stormy again.
How reliable
whoever-
is that?
Hmm?
How reliable is that? Is that like a 100% gonna happen?
Not 100%, but it's, like,
Just weatherman accuracy.
yeah, it's typical weatherman accuracy. Shalex's spells, like the detection spell seems to be futzing out a little bit. So what Shalex is doing, I assume, because this is absolutely something Silver would do, is just casting the cantrip like 20 or 100 times and taking the average.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know you well enough, Silver. I've played your character long enough. So, decently accurate, but not 100% accurate. But who would like to roll a d10?
D10. Like. Do I want to roll high or low?
I can't answer that question.
You wanna roll high.
Well, I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. The weather vane is inaccurate. It is a sunny day. The wind has completely died down. Beyond the whatever combination of winds had brought that hellstorm of yesterday upon you, all of the winds had gone with it, leaving you rowing, basically. So that'll be a half day's travel. Uneventful. But you can go ahead and take another long rest. That should get rid of everyone's exhaustion. And roll another d10. Weather vane says sunny.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, hey, Alan, I have a question.
I have an answer.
We haven't hit any corruption yet, have we?
Not enough that your amulet is necessary.
Okay, I'm about to say, shit, if this explodes.
No, the ocean, and you would have known this before agreeing to sail, the ocean does a decent job of diffusing a lot of the corruption, because the ocean just has so much water, and the corruption generally has trouble going through purer water, and salt also helps with that. And so the ocean helps to diffuse the corruption. It's still like corrupted water. If you drank the water, you would have problems. But you don't drink ocean water anyways.
Okay, you will let me know whenever that comes into effect.
I will absolutely let you know. I will let you know before it happens.
Okay, because I don't want to just suddenly. Eterna, take.
Eterna, take damage!
Take like 30 necrotic damage.
Everyone else also take 30 necrotic damage. There is a massive black hole in the boat now.
Wait, hold on. Is that what that thing does?
It kind of death bombs me and a certain radius.
How big is that radius?
Like 30 feet?
30 feet. Big enough
How
to
big
hold
the
the whole
ship?
boat.
Oh,
Almost.
okay.
30
And
foot
is it-
radius. Yeah, it's about big enough to hold the boat.
And it's the whole it's instant, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
But Eterna can like control when it goes off, and it only goes off if it has to absorb corruption to like protect everybody from corruption, then it will need to go off the next day. It has to vent that. Because it can only hold so much, and if it tries to hold more than it can hold, then it will boom.
Yeah, but cool. Thank you for letting me know. For,
Yeah.
Like...
No, you will know when it is absorbing corruption.
Okay. Because I was about to be like, oh shit, wait. But we are good. Continue talking about the roll.
Yeah.
I got a 4.
4. Oh shit, that's one of the 2 safe numbers. That's one of the 2 good numbers. Completely uneventful day. So, you have 3.5 days of travel left. You'll complete a long rest. Weather Maiden says sunny again. Who would like to roll a d10?
Ruben, you do one. Seven.
7. Alright. So, as you guys are sailing, it's not necessarily sunny. It's kind of starting to get cloudy again. One cloud in particular appears almost reddish, which is usual at like a sunrise or a sunset, but it's midday, and it's kind of just drifting lazily along next to the boat. High in the sky. Not really next to the boat, but there's just this big red cloud that you notice. And it's not moving at the same rate as the clouds around it.
So, from what I'm understanding, is it's red skies night, but it's noon.
Yes.
I think that's just mildly ominous, because it's supposed to be good in 7 hours. Man, that's a fucking crop circle. Okay. Sorry, I'm tracking my brother on his way back from the beach to come help me move in. And there's a fucking, like, carved out into, like, these crops. South Carolina proud national champs, and that has a Gamecocks logo.
Jeez.
And that threw me off.
So, how are people reacting to this red cloud?
So it is coming towards us, yeah?
It doesn't seem to be moving in the same like speed as the clouds around it. It seems to be like intentionally. Intentionally is a strong word, but it is matching pace with the boat.
Well, if it's matching pace with us, then I think it's fine.
It's like just staying vaguely above you.
Oh wait, it's above us?
Yes.
Oh.
Can I roll insight?
Insight would not be the roll. But if you're like,
Survival or nature,
I would allow survival if you wanted to, like, compare what it's doing to, like, natural stuff.
Yeah. That's going to be a 16.
16. This is definitely not like a trick of the light or anything. This is some form of creature. You've heard of several creatures that can become mist, and of course there's ghosts and such that become incorporeal. You're not quite sure what this is, though.
Hey, we should get ready to fight, because that's a creature.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Right there would be a creature.
Powered up creature. Be scary.
Also, Alan, I DM'd you a picture of what I was like, is that a fucking crop circle?
So. As you guys are looking up, kind of getting ready to fight, I'll allow you guys to go ahead and each take an action as this cloud sort of drifts lower and small tendrils of wisp kind of float off of the edges of it. I'll allow each of you an action before we roll initiative.
What about a bonus action?
Bonus action works.
I'm gonna shift.
Hooah!
I'll do my rage, I suppose.
Go ahead and roll that, if you'd like.
Oh shit, not everyone can see in that. I should cast darkness on them.
2. Which I'll throw what that is in. That.
Darkness has it's a range of 60 feet. I thought it was a 60-foot radius. And I was like, oh my god.
No.
The teleporting.
Which one do you roll?
Nice.
Hey, nice.
Anyone else doing anything in preparation for this?
False life.
Toyo, I think, is going to shift as well.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Shit. False life.
Gonna cast Pass Without a Trace, alright.
At 3rd level. Why did you not roll like a How? Okay, so that's 10 plus 1d.
Alright, so as the mist sort of descends on you guys, you feel a strange darkness kind of lap around you, and for a moment you're worried that it's something the mist does, but then Shalix kind of gives you a winning smile. You can tell that Shalix is sort of actively concealing you guys' positions a little bit, giving you that bonus to stealth. You each prepare, and let's go ahead and throw initiatives. I'll just roll. That'll work.
Nice.
Where's my token? There is my token.
Okay, so Poyo's gonna go first. And then it is this mist. And then all the rest of you guys can go at the same time. So, as the mist drifts within, we'll say,
Alan, can you put the 1016 for me?
yeah.
That was my advantage roll for the 916 as well.
Charlotte, where's your token? There we go. Okay, so Poyo is up first. Honestly, I think Poyo's just gonna cast Fireball. I feel like that's very on brand for Poyo.
Prime Dragon, Eldritch Blast.
Prime Dragon Fireball! So, as the cloud drifts within casting distance, maybe about 120 feet away, Poyo kind of just looks up at it and says, "Alright, I really don't like you. Lightning Fireball!" And you watch as this dot of flame kind of flicks off of one of Poyo's fingers, spins around, and then poof, in a massive, almost like firework explosion. And as it goes off in the middle of this cloud, you can see veins of blood running throughout the entire thing.
Yummy.
Just highlighting it from within. But it does seem to burn off a significant part of the mist. Still standing, though. So that'll be Poyo's turn. As we come to its turn, one of the long tendrils kind of reaches down, and now that you've seen these veins of blood in it, you can see sort of like where the striations of the cloud form these veins. It reaches down. It's going to go for Shalex and Eterna. So I need both of you guys to go ahead and make Constitution saving throws for me.
Constitution.
Eterna, you succeed. Shalex, you succeed. So you guys are going to take half damage. Um, 22 halves to 11 points of necrotic damage for you, Eterna.
Alright.
And 19 halved to 9 points of necrotic damage for you, Shalex. Yes, Eterna?
Curse sword. I have necrotic.
Yeah, so you will half that again.
Shit, so that's 11. So I have
5.
5. Okay, 13. I can do mental math.
So, as that goes, we're going to move to your turn, Eterna. As this mist, maybe now about 90 feet away.
90 feet. Do I have any spells that can touch? Oh, yeah, Firebolt can.
Yeah, fire seemed to do a good bit of damage against the
Actually.
misty form.
You're straight. Give us the stats.
Okay. So it is currently at 78 hit points. It is resistant to acid, cold, lightning, necrotic, thunder, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Immune to poison. Cannot be charmed, grappled, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, prone, or knocked, or restrained, or exhausted. And it is vulnerable to fire damage. Did you get all that?
I got the gist.
Okay.
So do I get the current and the max, or just the current? Yeah, current and max hit points. Because you said 78 current.
Yes.
I didn't get the max. Is the max, I guess, just like 103?
No. No, the max is 134.
134. Okay.
Yeah. Vulnerable to fire damage.
Oh, vulnerable. Okay.
Yeah.
It just meant that it could take it. Not that it did a bitch slap.
No. No, fire damage does good against this thing.
Okay.
I mean, it's made of mist.
Well, yeah. Hey, everyone. Fire works best against it. It's resistant to all other types of damage.
Well, it's great. I only have sword.
Then make a Molotov. I don't know.
I'll be sure to do that.
Actually, wait a minute. Oh, wait, no. That won't help. Never mind. I was about to just hand you a lantern.
So, at the end of that turn, Shalex, you're up.
All right.
As
I've
this
been
cloud
thinking
is
about
slowly
what to do.
descending.
I've been thinking about what to do,
Okay.
and I've come up with a great idea. Does this have a physical form? Or is it straight up?
It's a cloud. It's a mist that seems to have, like, rivulets of blood running through it.
All right. I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action Planar Warrior.
Okay.
Oh. Is that No, I could just do that unlimited times, right?
Huh?
I could just keep on doing that, right?
Planar Warrior? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll planar warrior, and then sharpshooter 2-shot.
Okay. Go ahead and throw your attacks. $16 does hit.
Cool.
Add your D8 of force.
With D8 8, and I am going to favorite warrior or favorite foe it.
All right. Which is another D4, I believe. Or does favorite foe also take a bonus action?
No, it does not. But it does cost me concentration.
Okay. So 10 and 12 is 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 points of damage in one shot.
All of this is
Force damage,
force
yes.
damage. So it does not have a resistance to it.
Yep.
And second shot. Five. No, that misses.
Yeah, that'll miss. Unfortuitously.
Fine. It would have been reduced anyway, so.
And it's not that your first shot, as you fire it up, you watch as the arrow transforms, as you're used to, into this sort of like almost crystalline form, impacts. You watch it kind of goes through like almost a knot of these veins and just bursts them apart, and the mist reforms around it. And the second arrow, as you fire it up, just goes through the cloud, doesn't hit any of the veins of blood off of this creature.
Alright. That would be my turn.
Okay. That brings us to Jin.
Alright, is he low enough that I can, like, melee him?
He is about 60 feet up now. He is descending very rapidly. You could probably hold an action if you wanted to.
I'll hold an action to hit him. And can I discern where he's going to land?
This cloud is big enough that it's going to envelop the whole ship.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, so it doesn't matter about sneak attack, because I'll just get that then? Just around everyone?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm fine here.
Okay.
Wait, what can I do for my bonus action? Can I bonus action hide?
Yeah. Yeah, you can, if you'd like.
Alright,
You can, like, try to slip between two boards.
Yeah.
Roll your stealth check.
Give me the money. Oh.
You slip between, like, two boards that are, like, kind of propped up against each other, and they both fall down, and you're just standing in the open.
Super sneaky.
So that'll be the end of your turn. Ruben, you could also hold an action if you wanted. If you wanted to, you could teleport up to it and hit it now. But you would also, you would fall back down to the ship.
I will hold an action to hit it.
Okay, so that'll mean you only hit it once instead of twice.
Okay.
Back around at the top of the round. Poyo! Yeah, it's just gonna be Eldritch Blast. 12 misses, 20 does hit for 11 points of damage. And that'll be the end of Poyo's turn, which brings us to its turn. It descends further. It's now only about 30 feet above the deck. Because of the proximity, you watch as 3 tendrils now kind of come off of it. At Ruben, Jin, and Poyo. As it reaches out to you, I need all 3 of you to roll Constitution saving throws. Oh no.
Natural ones in a row.
Ruben, you succeed. And Poyo, boink. Fails. So, Jin, with your natural 1, 15 doubled to 30, plus 33 points of necrotic damage to you.
Alright, I'm almost dead.
You're at half health, you're fine.
That's only because I had the temporary hit points. Temporary HP. Also, half health is not fine.
Ruben, you succeeded. That is 16 halved to 8 points of necrotic damage. And Poyo failed. That is an even 20 points of necrotic damage to Poyo. And you watch as these tendrils kind of, this is the first time you've seen anyone fail the saving throw. And as these tendrils kind of wrap around you, Jin, and around Poyo, you can see, like, blood just starts to, like, drip out of your pores. This red mist kind of comes off of you and is absorbed up into this cloud, forming new veins that just sprout off through it before you're able to break free of its grasp. Interestingly enough, even though you're taking damage from this, it doesn't hurt. It tingles like when your leg falls asleep, but it doesn't hurt. And you just kind of feel a little sleepy, a little woozy.
Like I'm fucking losing blood?
Yeah, exactly. So, that'll be the end of its turn. That brings us to Eterna.
Alright. I'm going to cast Firebolt, and it has advantage because I cast it too.
Yes, this is true. Then you didn't roll at advantage. So roll another d20 to see if you can crit.
There we go. I was about to hit advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so that does hit for 3, doubled to 6 points of fire damage.
And honestly, that's essentially all I can do.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait. Oh no, it resists acid.
It does resist acid. Acid is half damage.
And it can't for kicks and giggles, can I quicken spell cast detect thoughts? Or can I not do 2 spells?
Because Firebolt's a cantrip, you can.
quicken spell detect thoughts to try and see if this creature can think.
As you cast detect thoughts, your mind is assaulted by the fears of the people around you. Of what the hell is this thing? We never should have come to the Fearlands. This is why it's called the Fearlands. Oh god, it's a blood cloud. But all of that noise is drowned out. All of that chaotic, like, worry and fear is drowned out by a low hum of hunger that just reverberates through this entire mist. There's no specific thoughts. You sense that it has some form of intelligence, but not nearly as much as a human, not even as much as a dog.
So yeah, it's not being controlled, it's just its own entity.
It is an entity of hunger, presumably created to satisfy that hunger on whatever happens to wander by.
Okay.
So that'll be the end of its turn. Shalex, as the cloud floats closer, it's maybe now only 10 feet off the deck. What do you do? Are you going to speak, Silver? We can't hear you. We hear, like, underwater noises.
Yeah, we hear like snoring.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, that's kind of what it sounds like, honestly.
Yeah.
I know, it just like, it surprised me coming out of Jordan's mouth.
What? Wow, that's what?
I don't know.
I'm going to assume Silver is dead unless he speaks within the next 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh.
Yeah, he only makes noises. He doesn't speak. We can't hear you. We can't understand you.
Like, it sounds like your mic is covered in like a plastic bag.
Like you're trying to talk through a mattress. I understood that. He said, "Oh my god."
Oh, I didn't understand that. Can you join on your phone? Cause like this sounds like what it sounds like. It's almost like a phasmophobia when you're using.
It
this
does actually. No, that's valid. Silver's haunted.
Silver, can you try like joining on your phone instead? I think your phone mic actually works. At least I thought it did.
Why are you growling at us?
Is that him sleeping? Is that a snore?
I hear him saying Alan, but...
Oh, is he dreaming about Alan right now?
Oh god, I hope not. Yeah, I think I'm going to, I think I'm just gonna play Shalex for a bit.
Yeah.
Because, rip. Where's the character sheet? Doink. I'm gonna do the same thing that happened last round. Doink. That actually misses, and... Doink. Yeah, both of those miss. I'm pretty sure he is snoring, actually.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what it sounds like to me.
Here, he's taking a long rest. Move him to the long rest chat.
Because I was hearing him saying Alan.
I was hearing snoring.
I was hearing Alan, and I'm like...
I was hearing Alan.
I was hearing both.
That's why I was just like, I'll just put it in general, that we can't hear you. Because... What are those things called? Little, like, smoker voice box thingy?
I don't
It's
know.
called a smoker voice box thing.
I don't know. But anyways, Shalix misses with both attacks because I rolled, and apparently I roll terrible. So that brings us to at the before your turn starts, Jin and Ruben, you guys can both use your held actions to attack if you'd like.
Hiya. One-handed or two-handed?
Up to you.
Wait, I'm doing the attack thing?
Yeah,
Sneak tackle?
yeah, and then it will be your turn, and you will be able to do it again.
Oh.
Miss. But Ruben, that does hit for 10 halves to 5 damage.
I assume I don't get my left hand attack.
You do not. So then that brings us back to, Jin, your turn.
Hi.
I hear you.
That was the joke round. Alright, now
It
it's
was a
time for
warning
action.
shot.
That was a warm-up shot. You don't even know what's coming.
Ooh, that'll definitely hit. And because that is a magical sword, it will not resist that damage. 16 plus 8 is 24. You have a second attack that doesn't include sneak attack, if you'd like.
Second attack.
14 just hits for another 7.
Nice. Numbers go up. Funny. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. As you just kind of like suddenly slash out at this creature's, the cloud's veins, you manage to sever 2 of them close to like one of the knots at the center of this being. And as you do so, that knot kind of collapses in on itself and bursts, and you are suddenly drenched.
Ew.
As if you just run through like an hour's worth of rain.
It's all blood rain?
It's all blood rain.
Ew.
Soaked into your clothes and your skin. You can almost feel your fingers wrinkling.
Yucky.
So that'll be the end of your turn. Ruben, that brings us to you.
I will hit him.
Do it! Hit him!
Do I get advantage for reckless?
If you would like to do reckless, you can, but then it'll have advantage if it attacks you.
I'll just smack it twice. Or do I get 3 times now?
No, you get twice.
I thought I got 3 times.
No. Barbarians don't get 3 times. With There you go. For 10, halved to 5 slashing. Because unfortunately your battle axe is not magical. So that'd be the end of your turn?
Yes.
Poyo. Poyo is going to... You watch as he, like, places a hand on his chest and just kind of breathes in for a moment. And, like, a small fire just kind of, like, suddenly shoots up from his hand into his throat. And he's going to exhale fire. He's going to cast Dragon's Breath. Which is going to be 5d6 damage. And I will roll the saving throw for this thing. Succeeds with a natural 20, so it actually takes none. As Poyo's winding up, the cloud notices, and a sudden gap in the cloud around you opens up, and a bright beam of sunlight kind of just like shines down on Poyo as he breathes fire into literally nothing useful. So that'll be the end of Poyo's turn, which brings us to its turn. As it is now on the deck, I need everyone to make Constitution saving throws.
Funny joke. I got another natural 1.
Oh God! Oh no!
It's happening again.
Help, it's again.
Help, it's again.
Jordan, do you want to, like, refresh your roll 20 to see if that will make the algorithm less spiteful?
It's not gonna matter because I'm dead.
I'll let you roll it again. There you go. That's a success. So Poyo fails. I guess I need to roll for Shalex. Doink. 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 Okay. So I guess my dice are just bad.
You and Jordan's dice are bad.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Eterna, you take 6 halved to 3, halved to 1 points of necrotic damage. Ruben, you take none because nat 20. Jin, you take 15 halved to 7 points of necrotic damage.
Quarter health, let's go.
Poyo is going to take 18 points of damage. And Shalex is going to take 15. So that'll be the end of their its turn. What did I say? 20 and 15? Right? For Poyo and Shalex? 18 and 15. Okay. So that'll bring us to you, Eterna. You're up.
Alright.
As this
Firebolt's
creature.
the only good thing.
Yeah. technically you would normally have disadvantage because it's in melee range, but because it's encompassing the whole ship, I'll allow you to target a part of it that is not within melee range and not have disadvantage.
So that is...
Just a regular roll.
Okay, don't even go in my dice tray. Just go into the thing of the other dice. Well, that's 17 at least. 17.
That'll
plus
hit.
Whatever else. Damage is 1d10. That's gonna be 9.
9 points of damage, doubled to 18. Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Turner?
Yep.
Okay. That brings us to Shalex's turn. Watch me be awful once again. I think I'm gonna... No, Shalex would still use bow. Turn on those for the first one. That is a miss. Which means they still apply for the second one. Oh my god. Alright. So yeah, Shalix once again misses twice in a row. I guess you can see Shalix is kind of panicking a little bit. Getting hasty with their shots. That'll bring us to you, Jin.
Alright, rinse and repeat, let's go. I'm gonna hit him. I'm gonna smack him.
Hit him!
Smack!
Jin, as you plunge your sword into what is the last knot of blood in this cloud, twisting it, you feel it grate against something hard. And the entire cloud suddenly vanishes. And there is a single redstone cracks running through it. With almost like a black core to it. That just thunk onto the deck. Maybe about the size of a tennis ball.
Can I yell and no one touch it?
I was just about to do that.
It will corrupt you.
How do you know that?
Cops and corruption.
Sorry, I don't speak corruption.
It is bad. Did you not see that?
Well,
Like, don't-
maybe it's friendly now after we beat the living hell out of it.
No! I'm gonna use my empty flask. Can I put it in there?
Yeah. One of the deckhands kind of like timidly hands you a sailcloth, a piece of sailcloth, to like try to put it into the flask. You would have to cut the flask open in order to actually get it in there. The bottleneck of the flask is too small for it to go in, but the flask itself is big enough.
In that case, I actually have a wooden chest.
As one of your patches?
No, it was part of like the haunted gear. It's a wooden chest that I just had in my bag of holding.
Okay. Yeah, so you can slip it into that if you'd like.
Yeah, so I sit there and pull out the chest and then pick it up. Do I feel anything coming off of it besides like necromancy,
Your detect thoughts is still up. The cloud itself is gone, but the buzz of hunger is still there, unchanged.
Wait, y'all, get the scroll.
Scroll.
I want to see if this is worth money.
Oh, yeah. Poyo kind of quickly pulls out the scroll. Sha! Holds it up.
I hold that up for this scroll.
The scroll starts dripping blood.
What? Hold on.
Like, pieces, like, drops of blood just start filling the paper, the scroll. Poyo just kind of starts, like, slowly backing away.
Wait.
The
is
blood
anything writing on it?
disappears. No. It was just, like, dripping down along the scroll. Poyo kind of backed away, and the scroll, and the blood disappeared off of the scroll.
Hey, Poyo, can you write on the scroll what the fuck this is and ask them for help?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, guys. We got a evil magic blood rock from a cloud that tried to drink us. What should we do? XOXO Tidebringers. A moment later, the writing disappears from the scroll, and the reply is, probably ditch it. Nothing good comes from the Fearlands.
I don't like that answer. I think we should keep it.
I pretend to be insulted and, like, put my hand on my chest, like, what? Not everything is bad. But this is definitely bad.
Hey, if you don't want it, I'll keep it.
No, I want to keep it because I want to give it to Alwyn. But I'm also concerned that this is going to become a lie.
I want to secretly put it in someone's pocket.
Please, no.
Jin, I'm gonna add that to your goal cards.
Hell
Put
yeah.
the blood rock in someone's pocket.
I'm just gonna specifically find Varkin again and just put it in his pocket.
Oh god.
That I'm not fully against, but
Oh man.
don't just because this thing I can still feel its thoughts. It's still hungry. It's still
Pulsating with hunger. Alright.
I want to roll insight, or I don't know. What would I roll? I want to see if it's going to regenerate, or if this is like a corruption stone, where like if
Feel
you
like
like
Arcana or
quote,
something?
attune to it, you turn into blood mist.
Roll a... I would say this is an Arcana. I would normally give disadvantage, but you're familiar with the sorts of experiments and bullshit that happens in the Fearlands. So you do not get that disadvantage.
Alan, is there like a warmth coming from it?
Do you touch it to find out?
No, like I'm gonna like put my hand close to it. Is there warmth
I mean-
emanating from it?
No.
Like I'm holding it.
Holding
Yeah,
it
hold it.
through the sailcloth, you don't notice any, like, warmth.
Okay.
So just like Arcana.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Hell yeah! That's gonna be a 21.
21. These creatures were a bit of a problem where you grew up. They seem to... You typically just call it the blood clouds. They seem to spawn occasionally, when a corpse or particularly bloody battle, as would often happen between warring tribes of orcs, if blood is left out for too long in the Fearlands, it can sometimes infuse into a nearby creature, and it seeks out more of itself. Once that infusion has happened, that stone will always be a bloodstone. It will always be trying to acquire more blood for itself, which can be used in some... You're vaguely aware that hemocraft, blood magic, is a practice occasionally within the Fearlands, and that this can be used in some of that. So it could be useful, but it is a very dangerous flavor of useful, because if someone becomes badly injured within its presence, if enough blood is spilled nearby it, it's going to absorb that blood and it's going to become that cloud again.
Tasty. I'm just kind of holding the sailcloth. Do you want this sailcloth back?
Not particularly.
I feel like it would be covered in blood right now.
In my head, I'm like, blood's just pooling out of this, and
Not quite, but you are starting to see spots of red in the sailcloth.
Cool. I'm going to yeet this, because these blood clouds will regenerate if someone around me, while I'm holding it, if someone gets grievously injured, if it smells blood, it's going to eat the blood and become a cloud.
Are you going to throw it overboard?
Yeah.
But the fishies down there, it's gonna come back.
I think if I throw it out, I don't know. It will not be in human hands, or like human-ish question mark hands. And that's all I really care about. Like if I didn't have my bag of holding, I would create one and then rip it so that this would go into the astral planes. I wouldn't care anymore. But this is my only bag of holding, so I'm not gonna do that. I have a question that I think is... Oh wait, that's a... Is this rock a creature? Like, let me explain my train of thought.
This rock is not currently a creature.
But it will
So
be.
I can't cast Feather Falling on it and throw it and have Feather Falling let it, like, go out further.
No.
Damn. Because I feel like that's a good idea, but that won't work. Can I smash it?
You've never seen such a thing done before, but typically when these clouds were slain, the orbs were kept and sold to any wandering trader that wandered by, or if the cloud regenerated, it was killed again and then kept and sold. Like I said, these were kind of a problem. They were more of a nuisance than anything else.
So you wouldn't make money by selling it. You wouldn't make a ton of money.
Well, you made enough money to make keeping it around and risking it coming back worth it.
So like 100 gold, 200 gold.
Depends on who you sell it to. a curious collector, maybe 100 gold. And someone who's trying to get into blood magic, maybe 300 gold. Someone who is a master of blood magic and is looking for specifically something like this for a particular ritual, maybe 1,000 gold.
Hell yeah. This
The
suddenly
value-
just became worth keeping.
The value very much depends on who you're talking to. 99% of people would probably chuck it into the ocean. But it is valuable to a certain sect of people, most of whom live within the Fearlands.
So another question. If I have it in the chest, in the bag of holding, will it sense blood on the material plane or the astral? Because it's in its own pocket dimension.
The answer is both.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
It's definitely worse.
Because the bag of holding essentially functions as a pocket, right?
Yeah.
So it can tell what's going on outside of the pocket as well as what's going on inside of the pocket. Because it can look through. It's in a portal. So just like you standing in a doorway could see blood on either side of the door, it, being in this doorway pocket, can sense blood on either side.
Ah.
Which, you're not sure if that would affect how much blood is required for it to activate, but you do know that there are creatures in the astral plane that have quite a lot of blood. And if one of them wanders by and happens, like if two of them show up and fight each other anywhere near that bag of holding, you're going to have a big problem.
Yeah. Wait. So would it then go out and be blood cloud on the astral plane, or would it be blood cloud on the material plane?
You're not sure? Roll an Arcana check, actually.
Uh, 17 plus 7. 24.
Bags of holding are airtight. Like, when you close the bag of holding, there's only enough air in there for 10 minutes of breathing. But having watched this stone pull blood from yourself and your companions, and from various other places throughout your experience with these creatures, even creatures that don't have pores will still leak blood into this creature. So you get the sense that even if a space is airtight, it could still go through, and that it will likely go to wherever there is more blood. So the answer is depends on what the hell happened in the astral plane, and if that has more blood than wherever you are at the time. If you're in a crowded city street, you're probably fucked. If you're all alone in a vast wilderness, you might be okay. You also can tell that if it decides to go into the astral plane, it's also probably going to rip the pocket dimension that the bag of holding has and scatter your stuff across the astral plane as well.
Damn, asshole. In that case, yeah, no, I'm chucking it. I'm not that strong at throwing things. Who here
throw
is
it.
good at throwing things?
I'm good at throwing
Oh,
things.
shit, wait, Shalix, you have a bow.
Go it.
Jin seems excited.
Can I tie it to an arrow and you launch the bitch?
Me. I
Jin
can throw it.
Jin
I'm
seems
big fan
excited.
right now. Me.
Jin, if I give it to you, will you throw it or will you keep it? Because if you keep it, I'm killing you and throwing it.
What do you take me for? Do you honestly think I'll do that?
Yes.
Don't answer that. Oh.
Don't even try.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Here, give it to me.
I hand it to you and ready suggestion. I just kind of glare at you.
I'm going to do like a pitcher's stance, and I'm gonna like throw it like a ball, like a baseball.
Okay.
See how far I can go.
Roll an athletics check.
Because I only have a +1 to athletics.
I have a +9. You know what? I'm gonna do this with my actual dice because I don't trust Roll20 anymore.
Valid.
+9. Jesus.
Yeah. I got expertise, man. I'm a rogue. Uh, 17.
17. You wind up, pitch it. As you pitch it, the sailcloth like flies off of it and kind of drifts to the water, maybe 10 feet from the boat. The stone itself has enough spin to it that not only does it noticeably curve, but it skips twice before it hits the water and sinks down. You watch as a small red spot kind of floats up where it sank.
Alright, now let's get the fuck out of here. Because there's a lot of blood in the ocean.
Something's alive in the ocean.
It's okay, there's the blanket.
It's okay, there's a sailcloth.
That'll surely protect us.
No, because the sun is a dead laser.
So, boink. That's the end of that day. You guys have 2.5 more days of travel. Don't roll another combat encounter.
No
Do we
problem.
get hit points back?
Yes, long rest.
Yeah, and I get on
Oh, I didn't die.
Cool. Shalex's little weather vane spell, Druidcraft, shows a sunny day for tomorrow. Someone roll a d10. Don't roll combat.
I got 3.
3. As you are sailing, you're getting closer to your destination. The corruption in the water is getting a little thicker. Eterna, you were just kind of leaning over the rail, just kind of contemplating the horizon, when you kind of glance down and notice the wood of the ship is growing sprouts with dark purple leaves. And the wood is slowly starting to change color.
Alex, come, Druid, is this bad?
I sense formation.
I know, right?
Trollocs just kind of comes, looks at it. Well, we needed materials to finish up making the ship, right? I think this is undeniably good.
What the
I feel
fuck?
like you're overly optimistic.
No,
What did you do,
I didn't do anything.
Alex?
I didn't.
Why is growing purple sprouts good?
Okay, it's probably not. But hey, wood, we can fix the ship? Oh, jeez. Shalak says as, like, a, sprout suddenly thunk up underneath, like, one of their feet.
I kind of squint. Can I roll to see if this is corruption that's, like, affecting the fucking boat?
No roll required. This, you can definitely tell there's something in the water here, some kind of biological agent that is actively growing the wood of the boat. Undeath can happen to trees too. You're well aware of this. You
What?
get the sense that this is what's starting to happen.
How, if I know this, how bad is it that it's happening to the boat?
You don't want to be on the boat if it becomes fully undead.
Do we become undead?
No, you're just on top of something that now wants to eat you, with nothing but miles of ocean around.
Can I make it not undead? Can I, kick the boat or to spare the dying?
Spare the dying wouldn't be enough.
Wouldn't be.
You had friends who fell more on the, less on the experimental side and more on the religious side of the strange theocracy of the Fearlands. Who, if they wanted to make sure something stayed dead, which was not often, but you're familiar enough with a spell called Gentle Repose, you imagine that would be useful.
Yes, the spell that I can't cast. Y'all said something about a dragon a while ago, that y'all dealt with some, like, dragon, and you're worried about necromancy, and you, like, did that Gentle Repose spell. Can any of y'all do it?
Poyo kind of looks awkwardly. That was Thaliord who did
Oh,
that,
me.
I think.
Didn't he
about
get
Leo?
your...
Oh, was that actually Leo?
I'm pretty sure that was Leo.
I have no idea who it
Oh,
was.
right. Thaliord was Tensor's disc.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Bunny Man Leo.
Yeah, so funny story. That's actually one of the people who died, which is why you're a part of our group.
Ah.
Yeah, his name was Leo. He was pretty cool. I miss him.
I have an idea. You know,
Bring Leo
how
back as an
come-
undead so that he can undead the boat?
Unfortunately, I can't do that, nor do I know who/where Leo is. But, because I kind of need a body present for, like, necromancy, but, like, I'm not really, like, there yet. But also, you have, you're on your arm. It went from, like, rump, or, like, tall or something, to story.
Yeah.
And, like, you told really shitty stories, but, like, managed to, like, help us whenever we were in the Jinn machine. Can you do that again?
The Jinn machine?
But,
And Poyo points to Jinn.
no, like, Jinn with, like, a D. Like, the
Jinn
thing
has a
that,
D?
Like, the thing that, like, one-shotted, like, of, like, chopped up, like, sliced and diced Jinn.
Oh yeah, the
And-
Jinn elixir.
What?
Elixir, it's like a kind of drink.
Oh my god. No, whatever. But the little temporal portal thing, the machine, where I think like me and
I know what
Judge
you're
died.
talking about, yeah.
Eden, you can't win this conversation. You cannot win. This is
Can
the thing
you
cannot win.
tell a story about how you don't want to be on a boat that becomes an undead creature and tries to swallow us whole?
See, well now that's I don't know how to tell that story. That's really specific. Ruben, you
can
have a
think about
word.
Yeah, Ruben, can you think about your strong will to live?
Sure. I don't really know what sentence to use.
Wait, hold on. Poyo pulls out the scroll and he starts writing. What if I ask them about a story about an undead boat that isn't undead?
Now you're using your brain.
I'm using all the spikes on my back and head.
What?
They help me conduct thoughts.
They sure do, bud. They sure do.
Eterna just walks away.
So let's see here. If no one else wants to try to do anything about this, I will, since I'm DMPCing Poyo right now, I will allow him to try to use his word. But I'm not actually going to write a story for it. I'm just going to roll to see if he uses his word first or if the boat becomes undead first.
Okay, well I can't do anything, so I hope you guys can save the day.
I'm thinking.
As more and more sprouts suddenly up, out of the wood.
I'm trying to think of like a sentence for my word.
Can any of y'all do radiant damage to the boat?
I can slash the boat.
Will that do radiant?
No, it's just slash.
Damn.
I don't know how to make a sentence out of this.
Do you want me to just roll for Poyo? Alex?
I mean, I can't think of anything, and
Only thing I can think of is like the strength of death, and like when something is like dead, you can't bring it back. Which Eterna doesn't believe in that whatsoever, but Ruben might. I don't know. Kind of like how you're like gentle approach to like keep things dead.
I mean, I don't really know how to word it for this situation, though.
I have thoughts, but I'm the DM, so I have to keep them to myself.
Damn those thoughts.
Alright, so if we're letting Poyo use his word, I'm just going to roll 2d20 here. The first one is how fast Poyo goes. The second one is how fast the boat becomes undead. So if the second one is higher than the first one, the boat becomes undead, and we're going to start with that next session. Well, Poyo was really bad at writing stories. So...
That sounds about right.
yeah.
Wait. I have a question. No.
Go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna ask, potion of vitality on the boat? But that would not help.
I mean... Here, post what exactly does the potion of vitality say? The potion of vitality.
Big dragon.
Let me
When you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering and cures any disease or poison affecting you. For the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any die you spend. The potion's crimson liquid regularly pulses with dull light, calling to mind a heartbeat.
I don't think that would work, and I'm scared to use mending because I don't want to heal it or make it worse.
I would allow the potion of vitality to help. I would give Poyo advantage, which since the boat rolled a 4, that would probably work.
I will splash the potion of vitality and be like, shit, I hope this works.
So as the wood is slowly turning purple and sprouting these dark purple leaves and growing like twigs that almost look like claws, as Poyo's like desperately trying to come up with a word or phrase, and at one point the deck actually starts to split open in the shape of a mouth, and Eterna, you panic and just chuck the potion of vitality directly into the opening mouth, and you hear the shatter of liquid, and suddenly a red washes across the surface of the boat, and some of the purple kind of fades. The planks seal shut again, and as Poyo is kind of like finishing up what he's going to say, as the sprouts are coming back, Poyo unleashes a torrent of words spoken in Draconic, and the water within a mile of you suddenly whoosh, crystal blue, and the purple in the wood slowly drips off of the growths. The growths remain, but they shift to a dull gray, and the leaves shift from a purple to a dull gray and fall off, and the wood becomes a more natural color, leaving you with this almost spiky ship with these small like twigs and branches grown all over it.
Thanks, I hate it.
So that is that. We have 1.5 more days of travel. The weather vane predicts bad weather, rain for the next day. Who would like to roll a d10? Okay, so 1 was the tornadoes. We already did that. Roll again.
Yes, sir.
2. That is the other safe number.
Yay!
So
Yes, I did it.
it's a light rain. Even like somewhat acidic of a rain. Like it kind of stings more than usual. Jin, you like get a little bit of it in your eye and like have to wash it out with a flask of water to get it to stop burning. So you guys spend a miserable day kind of hunched and huddled, trying to keep the rain off, and kind of like slowly aching, but you manage to make your way to within sight of the ruins of Namjeon. You can see the remnants of what was once the Grand Archive's home, still floating as this network of buildings connected with bridges and platforms hovering over the city, but it's heated off to one side to where some of the bridges connect to the land, just into the rubble of several buildings. There are tents and small fires, cooking fires or warmth fires, all over the city, and a low wall surrounds the entire area. You can see off to one side there's a rather large warehouse that has been mostly repaired, and off in the back there is one house that stands pristine and undamaged near in the back of the city. Just a gleaming manor of onyx.
Of onyx?
Onyx.
Well,
Gazing out into this, we're going to leave the session there. And we will come back next week as you guys plan your assault on the city and begin to discover what it has in store for you.
that's right. We're not welcome here, guys. I forgot.
Yeah, but unfortunately, none of us have alter self, and none of us look like orcs.
I have disguise self.
I also think I have disguise self.
You have a disguise kit.
No, I have disguise self.
How do you...
I have disguise
Oh, yeah.
self.
Tiefling things. Yes.
I also have minor illusion and invisibility, so I'm good if I need to be sneaky.
And Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. At least I should.
No, you don't
I
have...
have a disguise kit, but I can't really.
Would I have hellish rebuke?
No.
Why not?
Different kind of tiefling.
Oh.
The Glacia bloodline is what gives you the minor illusion, disguise self, invisibility.
Ah. I see.
Yeah. And so that gives you not Hellish Rebuke and not darkness.
Damn it.
I'm the only edge lord.
Damn it.
We're all edgelords.
Like, and you cast darkness.
I can close my eyes.
I can shove my foot up your ass.
Can you?
Yes.
How tall is my ass?
I'm not answering this question.
Yeah, Eden.
You can answer it yourself. That's personal character design. That's up to you.